Bad Idiots Production. Today we're going to talk about my experience of watching a horror movie or maybe two every day in the month of October. Let's get to it. First things first, I'm going to talk about how the experience went for me, explain to you why you guys should do it, how the experience feels, what I got out of it, what I didn't like, my pros, the cons, yada yada. I tried doing this challenge last year, but I failed, and so I tried it again this year. I actually did it. I barely made it. I almost missed a couple days because I was out of town and I was in Nashville for a week, so it was very hard to get anything done, let alone watch a whole movie, especially when you're not home. But my overall experience was a positive one, and I tell you the pros and cons. So, and the pro side is that, so I ended up watching 36 movies. Out of the 36 movies, I watched 17 new movies I had not seen ever in my life, whether there were new ones that came out this year, like The Long Walk or Halloween VHS Halloween, or old ones such as The Howling. I watched Intruder with Sam Raimi and his brother. I ended up watching a lot of new ones, and I think that's what made this experience better, because what's difficult about this challenge is that sometimes you don't know what to watch. You have all these options, right? And when I made the list, I didn't put per day. I didn't put like I'm gonna watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre on the second or the third. No, I just put 31 movies in my list or more, and I just chose whatever day I felt like watching them on that day, and that's what made it easier to do instead of just having a movie set on a day. And if I do this next year, I'm gonna do it the exact same strategy I did this year, and just pick a movie I want to watch, whether it's a new one or old one, and watch it. And the list that I ended up making, I didn't watch all the movies on the list. Like, one of them I really wanted to watch was Art Point. It's like a Korean movie, I think, or it's an Asian movie, and it's about it's like an army ghost story, and it looked really good, but I just never felt like watching it this year, so I'll probably end up watching like this later this month or something. But I didn't watching movies that I just never thought I would watch, like The Monster Squad. I never even heard that movie, and I just kind of picked it on a whim. The Long Walk that came out this year, I wasn't gonna watch it during the month of October, but that ended up being one of my favorite movies of this year, period. And I think that actually ended up being my favorite movie of this whole month to watch. It was so good. I recommend all you guys watch it. It's less horror, more of a thriller and a drama, but it was just so good. And I cried a lot. I cried like 5 times in that movie. It was, yeah, it was really good. I recommend the movie a lot. My least favorite movie had to be Halloween Resurrection, which I think is a really fun movie, but compared to all the other golden movies I watched this month, it just doesn't stand tall amongst them. I do recommend watching the movie, period, because it is a fun time. You get to see Busta Rhymes do kung fu, and you get to add that to the iconic trilogy of horror movies that do kung fu, such as Freddy vs. Jason and Chucky, Seed of Chucky. I mean, they all do kung fu in those movies, and you get a rapper. Do you get a rapper in? Yeah, you do. You get Redman in Seed of Chucky, so that's a weird crossover there, but it's true. Whatever reason, horror movies have rappers and kung fu. Con that I didn't like about this challenge was that I felt like I was forced to watch a movie, which I was forced to watch a horror movie. Sometimes fitting in your schedule is very difficult, and maybe it would be less difficult if I didn't have to leave to Nashville. But since I did, it was hard fitting into my schedule, and sometimes I just didn't want to watch a horror movie. A person doesn't want. I mean, I ended up watching 36, so maybe I just watched too much horror movies, but something I want to watch, like a little more jolly movie that kind of picked up my spirits. Especially like I said, I love The Long Walk, but it was a downer of a movie. So I wish I would have picked more sillier horror films. Like, I should have put like a Terrifier in there, or maybe like the Gremlins. Maybe I should have put the Gremlins. Something a little more jolly, a little more happy, a little more positive. Maybe The Cabin in the Woods. I ended up putting more bleaker films into this challenge. Like, one of the more happier ones I ended up watching was The Monster Squad, which was a 1980s horror film. It's more like comedy horror, where these kids battle literally the Monster Squad, made up of Frankenstein, Dracula, the Mummy, and I can't remember who else was it, but it was a really fun movie, and it reminded me of like Stephen King. It's like Stranger Things. There you go, like Stranger Things, Stephen King, anything like that. It revived like some positivity in me for the month. But I do this on purpose because once October ends, then it's you get to November, which is all happier. It's all family. It's less doom and gloom. So I get to watch the Spider-Man trilogy. I get to watch my my yearly November movies. I did love this challenge, and I do love horror movies, so I do recommend you guys do it. Okay, so before I go, I just want to shout out three movies that I really enjoyed that were first time watches for me. I think you guys should watch it. Is Stir Echoes with Kevin Bacon, which is about a dude that's not really the most open minded guy, and he gets hypnotized into seeing literally ghosts and really anything that's supernatural. And it's a great watch. It's a mystery. And another one is The Stepfather from 1987, and I recommend you guys watch that because it's just a dude who goes into a family. He kind of weasels his way into a family, and then he kills the family once they become obnoxious to him, or they just do something that he doesn't like, and then he just kills them, and he literally changes appearances, goes to another city not even that far from them, probably like 8 miles away, and then does the same thing with another family, and we follow the family that actually survives one of these attacks. And yeah, it's super campy, super funny, and the acting is pretty good. And the third one would be In a Violent Nature, which that one came out a couple years ago, I think, and that movie, like, it was really famous. It had a lot of hype at the time for being the movie that follows the only horror movie that follows the perspective of the killer. Now it is really slow, but like, I knew that coming in, but that's probably why I enjoyed it more, because someone described it as ASMR as a horror movie, where you just constantly see the killer walking, trudging around the trees, and then in the background we hear the characters speaking, and that's how we get our expository scenes done. It's very natural, and it's really nature like the cinematography is amazing, and I just overall really found this movie enjoyable, knowing going into it knowing that it is a slower burn, and the kills are just very, very brutal. And if you like that, yeah, enjoy this movie. So shout out Bad Ideas Production. I see you guys.